Hey folks, this is Constance with Charming Custom Crafts, and I was hoping to do this live, but now I'm in a kind of a hurry because I am working on the yard. I said I was gonna, like I said I'm gonna do him live, and I can't. This is going on YouTube, now previously going to be recorded. I have to do this in segments because of drying time. You guys did see me make the two smaller ones on Facebook, and then I did short videos. I do not understand why it's not getting as many hits, but I am doing Triton. I did do his staff. If you have not seen his staff, go back and look. I have to do him in parts and pieces because of drying time, and because I'm working on the yard because I'm now on fast forward mode. If you have not seen me show you how I age, I did show that on Facebook. I do show exclusive parts and pieces on Facebook, so you guys are going to have to see how I did that. For the most part, I'm going to explain this the best that I can. I had a hard time finding hair, so wigs, believe it or not, for Halloween is not cheap. So I ended up finding a wizard beard, which is also technically Santa Claus beard. This is a very cheap one, but remember, my King Triton is dead, so it's going to be a little jacked up. But I thought it was perfect for his beard and hair. I was going to go to Joann's for material for a satin, non-organic, of course, like I did on my female mermaids. But you know, I really didn't have time, and then the lines were really long. I ended up going in there anyway, and I didn't find the color I wanted when I was in there, but I had already bought these, so I ended up going into Salvation Army, and I found a pair of old pajama pants for like $1.99, and it kind of worked because I ended up going to my neighbor and said, hey, do you guys, one of her girls, want a pair of shorts? They're looking at me like I'm crazy. I said, I just need the kneecap down because he's pretty large. I can't even put him in the full picture. So it's going to be in sections that I'm able to share him because he's really large. So please bear with me while I'm showing him because we're going to work on his tail first. The hair, I'll put him on towards the end, but again, this is why I have to do in him segments and why it would have been too hard for me to do live. I had them cut the legs off. So I have two parts of legs, and I'm going to split and cut, and we are going to burn as we go. And that's why I have the hot glue gun on standby. And I have many torch lighters. Again, if you guys did not see me make these live with my girls. And it's funny because my neighbor said something because I was talking about the yard because I stole his yard. I'm used to a really big yard, and I took another 10 feet from his yard this year. I kind of didn't give him choice, and I wanted to take all of it. They're like, no, you got to give us at least a foot, so I gave him 3. I'm telling you. And then I'm kind of mad because my son needed a doctor's appointment. Not because he needed it, because they have to have a new meet and greet. And that's because he has now had 3 doctors in the last 3 months because the military likes to do, oh, well, every time you get a new doctor. And I'm like, look, he just had his lab work done. He was clear 7 weeks ago with the same damn test that he only has to have done every 6 months. Well, I want to meet him. Well, screw you. I'm getting tired of it. He was born in the military. He's going to be 24 in December. I'm getting tired of this crap. Well, he's getting new medicine. So, I am not a person who gives... Oh, I was like, and you know what? It's tomorrow. Tomorrow. I don't have time. It's Hallows Eve. And let me tell you something. I don't piss me off. This is not the time of year. And I better be in and out of that damn place. And I'm going to leave the medicine there, and I'm going to tell my husband to pick it up. He can go and pick the shit up because I don't have time. I'll put it in queue for pickup. And I'll have my husband pick it up. They better get me in and out of there, and I'll have my husband pick it up because I don't have time. I really don't, because my yard's bare bones. I showed a picture of what the bare bones is yesterday. I got the lights up. And if you guys don't know about how to put basic lights up, and you're doing a lot of them, and that's not my specialty lights, which I'll start testing those tomorrow night. Actually, I should be testing those tonight, but I don't have time to test them tonight because they're not up. I'd love to have them up tonight. So I only need one leg from what it looks like. So I'm going to put some hot glue. Don't worry, it's not the way it's going to look. Because I'm going to start burning it. Yes. And I'm going to make them scaly. Chill. And then the other pieces here. I'm going to go through a lot of hot glue, folks. It's going to melt into the plastic. He's dead. He can't feel a thing. At least I hope not. If he starts screaming, please let me know. Then you're definitely hearing things. Because I'm not. You don't want to use anything organic because it will start a fire. Start a fire. Who's on the fire? I hate the fact that we can't play any kind of music anymore because then they'll start mute you or they'll keep you off your channel. And they won't upload it because some jerks, even if you note it or put the music to whatever in the information, they don't care. They really don't. So right now he looks like I have a dress. Now, my girls had a lot more fish bones. He doesn't, which is going to make this more interesting. It's another reason why I have 2 leg pieces. Because I need probably a lot more material. So I'm going to pull his little dress down over him. I don't care if it twists. Again, it's going to be melted anyway. He's more segmented with screws, which kind of excites me. And because of when I set him up. It's not going to matter right now. Because I'm going to have a lot more fun with him when I set him up. I mean, I already knew how I was going to set him up anyway. But I can pose his arms a little bit more and with his staff. And if you guys did not see the video of his staff, please go back and see it. I played with that thing for about 3 hours. When I got done with him, he is UV lit with a special kind of UV. That thing is going to light up like fireworks. Not too much. My other special paint, and I got a couple extra special paints this year. I really don't want to share them where I get it. My cheaper stuff, I put on some of it. Because I don't want it to totally light up. Now you're gonna see me twist some of the stuff in and out because I want it to weave to melt different directions. And the glue's not getting hot enough fast enough for me. This is gonna taper in, and when it melts, it'll taper in. And like some of my fairies, you'll see multi-layers, like a and this is going to work in my favor when it's like the fairies that I did. Again, if you have not seen it, I have not tagged my Halloween videos. I have not had time. Matter of fact, I probably have 5 or 6 videos I have not fully tagged. So if they don't have a whole lot of hits, it's because I haven't had time or I've just been lazy. I wish I had somebody just sit and tag all my videos. Some of them have automatic tagging. Just depends. I know my sister... my one sister is just really nasty to me. She's like, you wonder why people don't sit and watch your videos. I said, you wonder why I don't have time to do it. Or I just get lazy. I said, I can put tagging on it. It's just, I'm not up for trolls. Because that's the reason why I don't do giveaways. I was gaining a lot of people until I realized a lot of people was just coming to me because of my giveaways. So... I don't do online giveaways anymore on YouTube. I used to do really good ones. I'm sure you guys can understand that. I don't want people to follow me for my giveaways. I want you guys to follow me because you really want to follow me. And I appreciate all the ones that do. And that you legitimately like to follow me. Because I can come up with some really weird stuff. I mean, and that's the thing. I do a lot of paper stuff, not because I really want to. I mean, I do. But I don't have anything else to do. I mean, I can't get to do this stuff very often because I don't have no place to put this stuff around my house, you know? And not everybody wants stuff like this. And the weirdest thing for everybody, for me this Halloween, is they're like, oh, why don't you sell this stuff? And I'm looking at them going, I really have. Nobody wants this stuff. It's like my cards. I sold some in the beginning, But nobody wants it. They want, and you guys feel it. I know you do that craft. They want you to give it to them. At first, they'll buy one or two, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I really like your stuff," and then you'll start giving it to. It's like a kiss butt thing. And I say that because it's like the troll stuff. They'll start to pretend it's your friends, and then you'll start giving them discounts. And I've been there. I have been there. That's why I quit doing it. I had a so-called friend, and I started giving her discounts, and then I started giving her stuff at my prices, and then she turned out being a witch, and I'm saying it nicely. I mean, she had bought and paid for stuff, and she got it super cheap for me, or I went out of my way and spent my money first, and then she knew I was in the middle of a move, but her stuff was set over separately, and I couldn't get to it. And I said, let me get into the house, because I couldn't get to it, because I had to move everything over, because, and I just had my back surgery, and I couldn't lift the boxes. I couldn't get to it, because the stuff was over, and the realtor's on my butt. And it wasn't like she needed it. She was like me. She had a crap load of stuff. And I said, you know, it's over. Real friend that was. I was like, I will get it out when we move. And I will be, the first thing I do is mail it to you. I can't get to it. And I can't lift it. I'm telling my girlfriend's boyfriend at the time, it's like, holy crap, how much stuff do you have? Don't ask. I said, there's about 10 moving boxes just to sell, dude. Don't ask me questions you don't want answers to. No, but, you know, she knew I was legit. I don't lie. You know, and it just makes me mad when people get like that. It's like, look, I'm just randomly putting this stuff everywhere. Like I said, that's why the extra leg is there. And I'm probably more than likely going to be definitely using it because he's a big boy. He is the king of the ocean. I have to burn this piece in. It's gonna get real smelly. Smelly like fish. You know it's gonna smell. So I'm only gonna do this piece and then go out in the yard because I gotta start cobwebbing. Because I got burnt. My husband's like, because it was beautiful. It was a beautiful day to ride a motorcycle yesterday. Not a cloud in the sky. My husband, and it was beautiful. Beautiful, nice weather. Everybody's like, oh, it's a great day. Why aren't you enjoying it? I said, I am, but I'm sitting in the sun. But it's not bad, no. Y'all know I got wings on my back. I got wing tattoos on my back. My son always tells me I got chicken wings. Well, let me tell you something. I had hot wings last night. I got burnt. I told him, I said, I'm getting burnt. No, you're not. Yep. My wings are hot wings. My wings are red last night. It didn't hurt, but until I get burnt all the time, it doesn't faze me. But I'm always dark anyway. So, I'm going to go down here. Yes, I'm covering it up. It's not going to make a difference because it's all going to get melted. Burn tuck, burn tuck. Stick this over and let this get hot because we're going to need it again. Alright. I don't know where my other torches are. I'll tell you what. Oh, there's one already out. I got all these torches. I'm pulling the fans down. Nope. I'm going to turn it's going to get real stinky. Of course, you guys aren't going to smell it, but it's going to get real stinky in here for me. So you got, Lily, move, honey. You can't be in my way. Multi-torches because they will get hot. And he's a lot bigger than the other mermaids. There we go. And you want some of the bone to stick through. Now if it burns too much, again, it's why I have the other pieces. I don't know if you guys can see. I want it to burn through. This makes it really hard to show you stuff. Torches. You spend $5 on torch, ain't gonna make a difference. You're gonna run out real quick. Definitely should have the other torches ready. See how it looks. This is a $5 torch. And it's up all the way. Let's watch to see if the difference between a $5 torch and a $1 torch. That's a $5 torch. I knew I needed a lot for him. The Dollar Tree one. See if the Dollar Tree's any better or different or lasts the same. Now I have used that one a little bit. Ha! I don't have to do the crap on this one. His tail I knew was going to take me an awful long time. He's huge. He's huge. He's almost 2.5 times the size as the girls. But he's not going to be... His tail will be fancy, but not the rest of him. He's a pretty simple guy. He does have jewelry. See, when you burn, not only does it melt it, it stiffens the fabric a little bit, but you still see the bones. See, with him, I could put a couple different layers on. And that way, man, this hurts my finger. I can't just leave it in one position either. Yeah, the fabric's getting stiffer, which is nice. And you can start to see the bones. I can't just leave it like that either. If I leave it like this, it looks stupid. But you want to see the bones. If I leave it in one position, then it looks really bad. It looks like you just burnt one spot, so you have to constantly move it. It just looks scorched. This is a boring part for you guys. And I don't believe in fast forwarding. I don't. I know this is a part that sucks. There's parts of videos that I do that suck, but if I make an error, I like to show it and how I fix it in case you guys were to run across the same thing. But I don't consider it error. I begin at a character edition. You can see where it's starting to pull. This lighter's doing much better than the other one. The other one's big. See, I like showing the hips and the backbone. See how much nicer that looks? You can start seeing the bones. That's what I like about it. I'm gonna flip him to keep that from burning too much when I get to it. Now, I am gonna stop this and then do some more so that you guys don't get too terribly bored with it, okay? I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update before I come back here in a little bit, but look how cool it's coming out. So as I'm burning it, I'm going a little slower on the thicker spots. This is why I like to do the thicker spots. Now I'm gonna probably leave this section alone. You can still see the bones, but this is at the back of his pelvic. So some of the areas are already coming out really nicely. You could see areas that I'm not quite done yet, but I'll have areas sort of in here, areas that I might go back with another little section of the material and then do a little thicker section to it. Just not all of them, just some of them. But I really like how this area came out, so I'll leave it. I just want a little bit of thickness in some areas, and other areas I'll probably leave as is because of the extra stuff that I'll be doing. But I like how you could still see some of it, and some of it I'll still leave like this. But I'll definitely like the back of the pelvic bone on King Triton here. Hey guys, it's me. We're going to come back to the skirt, his tail. But I want to go ahead and get started. I'm going to do some more to that with you guys. But I want to get started on his hair because it's got to dry. And I need to go get the silicone because hot glue is not going to hold it. His head is way too big. So I got to get back to my yard. So he has a beard. And he has a beard and hair. I'm thinking, I think the actual beard on the beard, on whatever you want to call this, will actually just work. Maybe we'll just make this into a goatee on whatever the hell this thing is. Or we'll just take the whole thing. Which is just going to make it tricky. How is this done on this thing? No, man, because I want this for the mustache, because he has a mustache. I didn't pay. This was actually pretty cheap comparatively, so. Let's get this whole thing off. We might be able to use this to our advantage. Probably has another side of that. But this could actually come to our advantage of some sort. Probably, right? Yeah. Let me get silicone real quick. You're growing with me, so it don't really matter. Let me tell you my sunshine again. That's why I have the silicone. This room stinks so bad. Oh, the the fan on Triton looks really good in some areas. Ow! I hit the light. I do like how this is coming out. You guys see what I'm saying? So, I told you he's really big. This is why it's going to make it very difficult. I'm going to pull his hair. We might have to do his hair in sections too. Because Triton has very long hair. That's probably what we'll do. We'll do his hair in sections too. We'll use this to our advantage. Because Triton has hair. So we'll just silicone this part and hope that I can get it to stay. I'm going to try to leave this on. To, again, use that to my advantage. So again, this was a cheap beard and mustache. Because Triton actually does have a mustache, so I don't know if we can get that to hold. Maybe, see, it's already got that little stitch in it. Dun, 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 dun. A mustache. Maybe we'll try to get that on too. And then we'll give him a cut. See if my cosmetology skills come in handy. This is just clear silicone. I've been going through this stuff like crazy. I can't tell you why. I can in another video that's going to be coming. Probably piggybacking this one, to be honest. Or actually before this one. And that's probably going to be about the same time. I don't know. I just got to get to it. Guys, I got so many things going on. It's not even funny. Not funny. I'm the only one who does all this around the house. I love my husband, but he complains if I even ask him to take the Halloween stuff out of the attic. Yeah, we don't go there. Floral. Don't you love when they put this on it and yet it's a... cut floral wire. It would be nice if it actually cut this stuff off. I don't know where my shank cutters are. They're probably out in the garage. I've got so much crap everywhere right now. They're wire cutters, just like... I don't know. I've been using so much stuff. I usually complain about my husband about the garage, but he actually has the... He can complain about everything right now. Oh, come on. I don't know. There it is. I can't use it all. I know I'm going to have to probably go get more for the project I'm working on. It stinks. It's weird. I've been trying to... I know the smell, and it's not necessarily because it's silicone, but I've smelled it before. Not just because it's silicone. I don't know what happened to my damn paper towels in here. That's my husband, who's actually, because it's usually my husband and my son that goes through paper towels. I've gone through about 16 in the last 2 weeks. Yep. I think I've gone through 4 or 5 in the last 2 days. Maybe not more. I've got to get out to the yard because now I have to leave my house on All Hallows Eve. And I'm not happy. And this video has to be up today because I don't have time to do it tomorrow. So, oh, Triton, you're not going to be bald anymore. Triton, you need hair. So let's show the world King Triton has a full head of hair. You may be dead, but you still have hair. I was worried about it holding, but if it was hot glue, it would definitely not hold. I gotta think of the ear bone, the partial bone there. Optical bone. Alright, so we will give him a cut. I would cut it, but I don't want to try to cut it right now. But I think we can put his mustache on. It's kind of pretty hair if you really think about it. But he definitely has a mustache. Oui, monsieur. I just gotta make sure it doesn't go over his teeth per se, right? I don't know if I want to cut it before or after I do the rest of the burning on him. Because he is not like a mermaid. Look, it's got too much here. I'm gonna do probably several of them. Several mustaches. He's got a beard, so we can work that in. We gotta work it into it. But at least the mustache should be on. It's a lot easier to work in. See? You're getting it. Maybe if we kind of work it now a little bit. Screw it, at least it's on. Should we work it a little bit? Felt like right there. Maybe at the corner. Like a little dot. You know what? I could probably do hot glue there. I'd feel comfortable with that there rather than... shaping it, at least. It's way up there in the jawline, but you know, hey, what the hell. For hot glue, I can shape it. King Triton is not technically Little Mermaid daddy. He is all mermaids daddy, so he was out way before little Ariel. They just added him into the storyline. He's starting to look like kind of a bandit. You're seeing it, right? Uh-huh, you seeing it? I see it. Yeah? I see it. Alright. He's like the old man under the sea. Giving you a touch. I really like how that's turning out. I'm digging this. I like this part right here for sure. Now remember, even when I finish this, I love this. This here. And again, I still have the sequins and stuff to put on for like scales. So, I'm going to let him dry and I'm going to go work out in the yard and then I'm going to keep coming back and forth for the video. Just remember split seconds for you long term. Okay guys, I said be back after I got it all on. I did take little extra pieces and I did melt it in, but only to around his pelvic. I did a trim. I'm not going to do any more melting fabric per se to him. But I did do some and melted into his pelvic because of the fact of his pelvic. And I didn't want him to look like, you know, don't look a little weird. But I did expose a little of some of his fish fin bones, a little bit. And then I pulled some of his fin pieces down. So it looked like, you know, because of his fin down here. I did like the way some of it came out. There was a piece here that stuck out too much, and this is where I pulled the fabric together, if you guys recall. And again, it's only been a few seconds for you. I did leave some of this back here because I liked the way it looked. So I left this as is. I could probably trim a little bit of this off if I really wanted to. Maybe I'll do that because maybe it's a little too much. And trim some of that here. It still looks pretty cool. It is All Hallows Eve, and I am working my tail off. Ah, pun intended. So I don't need any more of this. We're gonna go ahead and put the sequins on, and you guys are gonna see me do this in stages, of course, because I am working on the yard. I am now in full-blown panic mode. I did go ahead and mix a bunch of sequins that look like fishy colors. I can use glue, and I'm going to have to use glue. I'm going to use a variety of glue. I'm going to use a little patina, and I'm also going to use this stuff here a little bit later, some liquid pearl and some stickles. I'm going to use some regular glue, and this, I did put just a little bit of glitter in this. And this is that thicker glitter. I don't know if I have it out. I used it on on the blue fairy, if you go back to the video with all 10 fairies, or on the Facebook page and you see what I used. So I'm going to use just a little bit of this in here, not a lot, and I'm just going to use, this is basically plain white glue that I used in some of the aqua glues that I got at Tuesday morning. I'm just going to put it in here. It's going to take a while to dry. I'm going to do one side, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you that I'm going to burn it a little bit, and because he is dead and it's going to look like he's got to be dead. So I got to put, I'm only going to use half of this, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the other half. I'm going to do both. I'm going to do one side now with you guys, and then I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to come back and do the other side, so I'm going to wait until it's all here and dry, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to burn one side with you guys, show you how I burn it, and then no, I'm not going to burn it all, so you guys know that. And then I'm going to come back and do it on the other side without you guys, so you guys can see it finished. So I'm going to do a little bit of this here. This is a little bit of a boring stuff. This is going to be a condensed video for you guys, so I'm going to go in here, and I may go in with a little hot glue because I want some of it to stick. I'm going to put this over here because it's going to be a lot faster for me. Not worried about my craft room right now because you do not want to see it. It's as bad as my yard. I'm not even joking. You do not want to see my yard. Nicole, my new follower, which is also my neighbor, she came in here. She goes, oh my God, your room. And I'm going, yeah, you love my room. I get to appreciate it, but you want to help me clean it? She's like, no. She goes, I don't think it looks messy. It's a craft room. I said, it's messy. So I am technically taking a break, but not really break. So I don't care if it gets in there. Can you tell I'm in a bit of a hurry? So I'm going to put my fingers into it a little bit. And I'm going to put it in. He is a big boy, so it makes it very hard to pinpoint, unlike the girls. Guys, if you have not seen the girls, go back and see the girls. They're impressive. They're a lot easier to work with than King Triton. I don't want to put a lot of this in here because it's also more expensive than regular glue. But I wanted to be able to highlight some of this stuff in case you can get in between all of that. And again, I didn't want to use a lot. Just want to go in here. See, maybe you can get in there a little bit. I'll go in and highlight a little bit some with that. Now that one I'm not going to use because the patina's harder. Okay, now my hands are covered and I don't have any paper towels on. I'm not wiping it on my clothes because right now I have Victoria's Secret clothes on and I'm going to be outside for a while. I don't have a lot, so I have to share it with the back. I gotta wait, make sure my, gotta stay away from that side, it's got glue. That way, if there's any extra, I can shake it off after it dries. I'm gonna just leave it as is and let this dry. Smash it down in here with my dryer hand. I'm not gonna shake any of it off. See, now you can see that it gives the illusion of fish scales. Again, I'm gonna smash it in there. And when my table dries a little bit, and it's dry a little bit, again, it's regular glue. You know my fingers are wet. And I don't want to touch any of this because I don't want it to get into any of it. And we'll let it sit. Shake some of that off. Now I got it more on me. Okay, so you can see the different colors of scales. I tried to go as close as I could to King Triton into a fish. I don't know if you guys can see how pretty they are. Again, they are gonna burn. I am gonna melt some out. Again, King Triton is dead. He is not Ariel. King Triton has been, the folklore of him and the myth of him has been out way before. He is not inspired by Ariel, guys. So, obviously if you saw my females, you'd already know that. So I'm trying to push a little bit more in. But whatever's gonna stick is gonna stick. Whatever doesn't gonna stick is not gonna stick. So whatever's there is there. When this is dry, I'll come back here in a little bit. And I personally will come back and flip the other side so you don't get bored with that. I'm gonna make sure this is dry. I will flip it. I will do the same thing. Once that side is dry, then I'll come back and I will show you what it looks like on both sides, and then we'll burn. and I'll burn one side, and I'll try not to make any extra holes than I have to. And then again, I'll flip off this. It'll be a flick, a few seconds for you guys. And then the other side will also be burnt, and then we'll go back to it. Guys, I'm back, and it was just a split second for you, but it is now Halloween for me, and I am now in a rush. So I have now done this side, and I actually did burn the other side, and that is the last of the sequence on this side. So I actually skipped ahead on one side, and I'm going to flip this off this side. So I'm not going to show you the other side yet because that side is actually done. And I am now in a hurry. So the only thing left to do is a little bit of jewelry and burn this side. So this will be quick. And Mickey had a long night of playing around last night on All Hallows Eve. He's having a great time because this is his day, so it's better than a birthday to him. Of course, because he's a black cat. Where is the good one? Mick. Black cat. Fun. So why I do this is because, again, he's dead. And it makes the scales look more thick. Not good. He's leaving. And it doesn't necessarily burn. Cat is dirty. It doesn't necessarily burn more of the fabric. It will slightly catch on fire because that's why you keep moving. Because it's plastic. And plastic will burn. It's like tires. So that's why I keep moving. That's why you want a good torch. I keep moving when I work with stuff like plastic. So, and it will melt better too. And you still keep the coloring. But if you leave the sequences the same color, then it will not look aged. See, sometimes when I pre-record, it helps because there is a lot of dry time. And it just depends if I have some pre-done. And you can tell now I'm in a hurry. I got about an hour and a half. And I'm not done with my yard. I'm technically 2 days behind on my yard for Halloween. And some people actually do all month. I probably should do basic stuff and then wait to kick off and show all the special stuff. I don't know. I do it different ways every year. Ooh, she's smoking. Shh, smoking. If they all stay, they stay. If they don't, they don't. He is pretty cool. And if you guys haven't seen his staff, I do have a video. I probably won't get this video up here on Halloween. This will probably go up on November 1st, and you probably already will know this. It'll probably go up the same time as my video on the yard, and I am hoping to get a daytime video up. I hope. I'm hoping to at least snap some pictures. Which it really doesn't matter so much during the day, the videos and pictures at night. Because you guys get a chance to see night, and it kills the, the illusion if you know what it looks like. Okay. I think it's burned enough. Okay, so the back is done. And it melts just enough. I will get this. Mickey is just not fazed by anything. So as you can see, the front is done. And you can see it kept the coloring at the same time. It aged it. So now his face is done. Except his beard. And I had my daughter research. And it's funny because people associate King Triton with the Little Mermaid. And he is not the Little Mermaid. He is actually folklore way farther back there. And mythology and folklore. But people automatically... So there's very few pictures going back on King Triton. So even if I wasn't doing this video, it would actually take me a long time. So I'm actually mad I don't have any type of metal to do his jewelry. And I don't have enough liquid pearl. And the only thing I have is like a yellow or a copper. And it doesn't mean right. So all I have is this. So I figured, well, I'm going to melt it anyway. So I thought, well, I'm going to cut some of this and work it. You're only going to see it from a distance anyway. So I'm going to work with what I have. It's not what I wanted, but it's all right. I'm gonna melt it because King Triton's jewelry is hammered. So hammered gold. And he has a cuff around the top of his wrist. And I do have my top of his shoulder bone. Or, well, shoulder bone. So I'm gonna put one here. And you know what? I don't think it's actually wide enough. Nikki, you have had just about every damn thing on you, and you are just absolutely not fazed by it. So what would you do for him? Let's cut. This was actually too much. That would probably be appropriate. You're gonna get 2 out of it. I think I probably could. Probably not. It's not what I wanted to do, but it will bling enough. Put this over. A little bit. It's like I said, it's not what I wanted. But you try something, find something that's flat. That's, like I said, liquid pearl I thought would work, but I'm now on a time crunch. I still have to put some sort of teal to it because he's old, which means the metal would have patinaed. Gold would have patinaed a little bit. I'm gonna go with 2 different ones on his arm, maybe. Oh, that's gonna work at different places with this bone. Happy Halloween, guys. Maybe I'll get this up later tonight. I'm not sick. I got a sinus infection, which is making me hack. It's driving me crazy. My son's like, it's because you're smoking. I said, no, trust me. Every time I get cold or my nose starts to run, I'm back to hacking. You flip his hair, and ladies, we know what the hair flip is. When I get done, you're not gonna see that. Flip back there. Because I'm not gonna mind hot glue there. He's got some bling there. I'm gonna do my damnedest to do what I can.
candy mixed up.
What?
I got the candy mixed up.
Mixed up?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Did you put some in the cauldron and then back in there? Hot. You got the old man effect going on back here. Let's just glue that down. That way if I ever want to change his head up. Now we're going to flip his hair back. And I know I use silicone, but this time we're not. I'm going to give him his first haircut. He's dead, so if his hair is out, so it's all right. want to see my craft room. Oh my god, that's cool as hell. I was so worried about his hair. Trying to get some good hair here. Oh wow.
Possibly you brought the staple again inside.
I don't think so. I haven't been inside. And I'm almost done. I'm finishing up his beard. I'm trying to swing off all this stupid hair, guys. Oh my god, he's so cool. I'm covered in hair though. No different than spider web right now. Some patina in on him. some red eyes. Time to do a lot. I'll have to put additional coloring in the eye and show pictures afterwards, guys. So I am going to put some ghoulish color to him. And I don't think I'm actually going to burn the jewelry. But I'm going to leave it at that. If I do, then I'll show you pictures later because I don't have time to do any additional to him right now. But I will throw in some pictures later, but I got to stop at that. If I put extra to the eyeballs, I will do it after Halloween and show you before I pack him up. And then I will do some ghoulish coloring to his skin. But that's it, guys, and I will put a little bit of antiquing to that, but I have to go because I got to get back to the yard. You heard my husband. Constance, and it's been a long time. This is, tomorrow's actually Christmas. But after Halloween, and I think I told you guys that in the last segment, I did not like how I finished out Triton. So it took me a while to find the stuff that I wanted to do for Triton, and I actually kept Triton out. I do have all my Christmas stuff up. So I've actually held out on all of my Christmas stuff, or my Halloween stuff, and I am putting the last of them up now. And I have not put up my coffin videos. They're going to come behind this because I am securing and storing Triton and his staff, which you guys have already have that video up. But I finished Triton. So I have redid part of him. So you'll see that because this segment is following behind it. So I redid Triton and I got his eyes done. Look how much better he looks. So much better. He's got eyes. So he's got blue and he's got black in his eyes. And look at his crown. He finally has a crown. So I ended up using a brooch and I used a hair clip, actually it's a choker. And I went and got actually gold wiring and cupcake foil, and I used some of the patina stickles, and I used a lot of hot glue behind the crown, and I will actually take that off and show you, but I wanted to show you on his head. And of course, here's his beard. And I did go ahead and put some of the moss around him like I did with the girls. Please, if you have not seen the girls, I don't know why y'all are not seeing it, the girls, but you could see that he looks so much better. And then I did take some of the glitter girl stickles from Ranger, and I did put that as well all over him like I did the girls. Go back and look at the girl mermaids. They're awesome. But he looks so much better. He has eyes instead of just the glitter glue that I put in the back because I did not have time to do him justified, and I did not and could not find the parts to do what I wanted. But I'm going to sit and I'm going to show you the crown individually. But I did find the chest plate necklace that I wanted, and this is an actual brooch. And I was able to find, again, cupcake wrappers. They're not wrappers, they're candy wrappers, just like up in the crown. And I will show you that better. But I was able to do this one so much better. And again, I put some moss around it. I have this standing up, actually hanging up so that I could show you better. But I also put some around his wrist. I took the mesh the bling mesh, and I took it off because it was just all I had for the time that I had to put him out in time for Halloween. And then I actually took, and I bought real gold wire, and I put it around him because he deserves so much more. But again, it was gonna be a split second for you guys anyway, but I held off because I was so mad at how I didn't have enough time to do everything. And you guys are already gonna see the video of the yard, and you'll see what he looked like out in the yard, and I didn't get the yard done totally. Please remember, I'm a lot older and I don't have the strength to do everything, and I was really sick, and I'm just now starting to feel better. I have been sick for so long, and this weather's going up and down here in Florida. So I was able to finally show you that King Triton, he is the bomb. So I'm going to take him down from here, and it's going to be another split second, but I want to be able to show you his crown in better detail. But King Triton, obviously if you saw the segment, and you will see the segment right before that, so much better. But yeah, he is better. He does have obviously moss behind him in his chest cavity. So King Triton has survived. Looks a bazillion times better. I mean, look at him. So much better. But I want to take him down here. Give me a second, and I'm going to put him down on my bed because he's hanging on my door. So I want to take him down, and I want to show you the crown a lot better. But again, this is was a hair brat, and I had to go digging. I had to go search it, and I searched and searched. It took me almost a month. And then the crown is made from a choker and a brooch. So let me take him down. Let me put good out for her just a second, then I'm bring you right back. So I wanted to show you. I was so disappointed, guys. And I have some great pictures that I took for you. But I want you to see how I made sure that it still maintained as much as I could to get that exact shape of the original King Triton's crown. Was not, and you guys can see, this thing's big. I mean, my hands, you know, I have small hands, but still. But I wanted to make sure that it had security behind this because I didn't want the wrapper to tear, and I kept trying to come up. I didn't want to put felt on it. I didn't want to do fleece. I wanted to keep that hammered metal look. So I took the wrapper and I used wire behind it, and I'm going to show you. I used the same wire. This is actual gold wiring. This is a choker, and I played with it, and I maneuvered it, and I played, and I maneuvered it. But I put wire down behind it, that same gold wire, and I just completely used as much hot glue as I possibly could behind it because I did not want the gold foil in the front to move. So that it was secure the best that I could. I'm sure eventually it'll tear. But this is actually a hair brat. The chest plate is a, this is a, that's a hair brat. The other one is a hair brat. This was a gold choker, but this is actually gold wiring that I got in the jewelry department at Joann's. But it's got rhinestones up through here, but I wanted to give it something. And I kept looking, I searched and I searched and I searched, and I wanted to make sure that, because I rarely, when I make stuff, you guys should know this, I never keep anything. I always make for other people, but I was, these mermaids are mine. Again, if you have not seen my female mermaids, you must go and see them. Please do. I will try to post the link in underneath King Triton here. They are badass. I love my mermaids. That is the first year. This is the first year that the mermaid skeletons have come out, and they sold out very quickly. He's huge. He's 30 inches long. And you may not think that 30 inches is long enough, but the big tile that missed people off on the floor is only 16 inches. They're huge. He is huge. My female are 18 inches. My females are huge. They're 16 inches. He's 30 inches, and this had nothing to do with this crown. But this thing, I mean, you can see. I mean, this crown's huge. So I'm in love with this now. I'm happy with him. I'm really impressed with the way he came out now. I'm happy. So I'm going to store him actually in the coffins, which I'm going to show in the next video. But, yeah, and I'm going to post these pictures down behind it. And again, these is real gold wire. And I took some of the candy wrapper. And I quadrupled it up so that it would be longer lasting. And I put, I didn't use hot glue. I actually used glossy accents so that it would stay on there for a long time. And I did use some hot glue around here, but I also used glossy to adhere it to the chest. I did not use chain because I fear it would break. So I made sure it was in there. So he is so stinking cool now. I mean, look at his eyes. So real. And it's big and poofy because it was indented before. But see, now you can see it's big fat. because I can stick my nail down in there. So I had to order another liquid pearl, reindeer liquid pearl. So he is omnious and he is cool and it's up in his chest cavity. So anyway, you're going to see him again when I do the coffin videos. So stay tuned for that. Thanks guys, and I appreciate you waiting so long for King Triton.